Okay guys, in this video I'm going to show you a few things that are going to help with your robot. So let's say you have a shape. If you're trying to create something like so, remember buttons, dials, stuff like that is going to help bring your robot to life. So I'm going to just make a simple rectangle here, and then I'm going to use my live corners to kind of give that a little bit of rounding. There's this cool thing called offset path. So I can go to Object, Path, Offset Path, and I'm going to hit Preview. And you can see right here, once I hit the preview, it kind of drew this other thing. Right here, the offset, I can either make a shape that's exactly like the shape, but bigger or smaller. You can type this in manually. You can also click here and then use your mouse to drag. So if you want to make something that's similar shape, proportionally bigger, you can use the little scroll on your mouse up and down. So I'm going to make a shape that's a little bit smaller that can rest inside. I'm going to say okay. And then over here in my color guide, I'm going to choose a color that's a little bit different. Okay. I can, once I've made these two objects, maybe I want to group them together. All right, to make little buttons for your robot. So you can draw out some circles. Again, I'm holding shift. I'm going to get a different color. Once I have made one, I'm just going to alt drag. Okay, so I'm going to purposefully drag these a little bit wonky. Well, if I want these nice in a straight line, I can select all of them. I'm going to go up to the window and align. Window align. And I can use this to kind of line things up easily. And I can also distribute them so that way the space is the same. Let me show you what I mean. Let's pretend that these are a little bit more off. I can align them, and then I can distribute the space between them. There we go. And once I have them all together, so there's lots of different things you can do. You can line things up this direction, space them out. So again, I'm selecting that and I'm going to align them. And once I have them in the position I like, maybe I want to group them. So I've got a few here. Let me align those again. They got a little bit out of order. And I can drag them over here, group them, and give myself some buttons over here. For my robot, maybe I'll shrink these down and alt drag, add another set of buttons or something. Okay, so once you've created something, so like let's say you've made one hand, do group these things together so that way they will move together. Okay, so the align panel, that's under window, align, and then to make a path that is the same. So let's say again, let's say I have this shape here and I want to make another that's like this without remaking it. Object, path, offset path. Make sure you hit the word preview, and I'm going to click here. I'm going to use my mouse, like the little scroll on my mouse, to shrink it down, and then I'll change the color. There we go, and group those two objects. So that's an easy way to make some shapes that are similar, alt dragging, aligning objects. So those are the two new